So we got a couple things going on today. We're going to talk about, that's right, we got a couple things going on today. We're going to talk about Willow. She's a one-word, she's one of them one-word humans. Willow was I guess she would be considered a middle child. Would she be considered? I guess she'd be considered a middle child. She's the 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, she's number 4 in line. But we're going to talk about her and the lessons that we can learn from the one-word child, Willow. Also, Steve Harvey is going to come join us here on the show in a little bit. Not like for real, but kind of for real. So Steve Harvey is going to be on the show today. We've also got Good News Girls with Jessica Bailey, so we're going to get to tap into that. And on top of everything, it's CMA Day. So with all that said, let's go ahead and get started. It's going to be an amazing show. Welcome to GM3X. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to 1, a father to 8, and the founder of the 800% Elite Club. I hope you're ready for motivation, education, inspiration, celebrity interviews, and thought-provoking conversations, because it's 5:30 a.m. and it's time to rise and grind. Hey, that's right. It's time to rise and grind. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. That's the GM3X, in case you were wondering. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Times 3, right? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We have to be like excessive, right? We've got to do things a little bit different level than everyone else. That's how we stand out. So good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Today is Wednesday, AKA CMA Day. That's right. Carter Myers Automotive Group, the most amazing automotive group in all the land. I get the honor and the privilege to spend time with them every single Wednesday. So Wednesday has been CMA Day for me for over a couple of years now. What's up, Josh? Oh, great to see you. He's a member of CMA. And if you want to be a member of CMA, you got to let me know. Listen, at Carter Myers Automotive Group, owners just do more. Every single employee is an owner. Every single associate, I should say, is an owner at Carter Myers Automotive Group. So if you're looking for a career change, maybe you're just tired, maybe you're stuck, maybe the organization you're with doesn't honor you, doesn't appreciate you, and you're like, look, I want to do more, I highly suggest you take a look at Carter Myers Automotive Group. You can always reach out to me or Liza or Scott or any of the other dozens of people that spend time with us every morning from that organization. It truly is spectacular. So I love my Wednesdays. This particular Wednesday is Wednesday, September 7th, 2022. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Wednesday, September 7th, 2022. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most, and I do mean the absolute most, of this absolutely incredible day. Listen, this week on GM3X, we have been learning a lot about ourselves. And we've also been learning, through learning about ourselves, we've also been learning how to be better leaders for our children, for our friends, for our coworkers, for our family, etc., right? Being a leader is not just something we do at work. Being a leader is not just something we do as a parent. Being a leader is something we need to step into each and every day, because there are people that are brought into our lives and we get the opportunity to lead. Now, I define lead as listen, encourage, advise, and develop, and do it daily. Dude, I'm telling you, if you could live your life where you follow that LEAD acronym, listen, encourage, advise, and develop, and do it daily. If you go into a prospect sales call, right? You're on a sales call, you're calling a prospect. Listen to them, encourage them, advise them, and develop them, and watch how many more deals you close. When you go to talk to your kids, listen to them, encourage them, advise them, and develop them, and watch how much stronger that relationship is. When you're talking to a spouse, a girlfriend, a boyfriend, listen, encourage, advise, and develop. When you're like at the airport and there's a problem with the flight and the delay, listen to the person at the podium, encourage them, advise them of the things you need, and develop that relationship. Listen, encourage, advise, and develop. If you follow that, you will find more success in your life. I guarantee it, hands down. If not, you just send your money back. I'll give you a refund on that, whatever you paid for that tidbit of wisdom right there. All right, but listen, we've been talking about that, and we have been looking at leadership through the eyes and experiences of a parent. You see, my name is Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one and a father to 8. I have been blessed with 8 kids. I don't know why. I don't know why he chose me, but I've been blessed with 8 kids, right? Now, on my oldest kid, I made a lot of mistakes. I missed out on 8 years of her life from age 6 to age 14, lost custody, wasn't able to be in her life for that, but she's back in my life now, right? With my next 2, Savannah and Joel, they are 12 and 10 years old. We talked a lot about them yesterday. Now, these 2 kids are dynamically different in every way. And they, to me, in my life, they've been the proof that the seeds of who we are and who we are capable of becoming are planted with divine intention from the get-go. They've proved that to me. I mean, 2 kids that are brought up in the same exact environment by the same exact parents during the same exact season, and they are completely 180-degree opposites of each other. And best of friends, too, which is crazy. So today we're going to go further down the Lundy chain. Today's episode is titled With One Powerful and Life-Altering Word. And that word is Willow. Before we go too far, though, you know what we got to do on this show. We got to do some dancing. We're going to do that right here, right now. Which song do I want to listen to? Let's go to this one. Yeah, I think I want to, got to turn it up a little bit, though. It's not loud enough. Come on, Tony with the keys. My boy Tony with the keys wrote some songs for us right here on this show so that we can get these objects in motion. Listen, an object in motion tends to stay in motion. An object at rest tends to stay at rest. All right? So we're going to get moving this morning. Come on. Okay, that's a little sultry right there. Okay. I love it, Tony. That's what's up. Morning 5, baby. Morning 5. Listen. For those of you that know and those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. What's up, Sean Weatherby? And sometimes all it takes to change the way somebody starts their day is for you to hit that share button. This is also the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you and I want you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching this live or you're watching on replay, whether you're on YouTube or you're on Clubhouse, maybe you're on Facebook, I don't care where you're coming in from. We are an equal opportunity show. All right. You're welcome to come in from anywhere. I don't care where you come in from. Just say what's up to me. I'll say what's up to you. Fair enough? Fair enough. Good morning, Stephanie. Get your butt up, girl. It's time for us to rock and roll. We got dreams to fulfill. That's right. Cheryl Alexander, good morning. I'm glad you're here. Ray Hatcher, thanks for being in the building. What's up, Vicky Everett and Tina Kelly Overfelt? We got Jeff Moffitt, the pastor, in the building. Ella Matheson, I'm so glad you're here. Yvette Searson, thanks for being here. Beth Lucchese, that's right, Lucchese. Thanks for being in the building. Gloria Bond and Janelle Griego, what up, what up, what up? Sonia Merritt, I see you're in the building today. Of course, Megan DiMartino, she kicked us off over there on Clubhouse. I'm glad she's here. What's up, Donza Montgomery? Great to see you. I see Dora Maria is in the house. The Queen, Renee Norris, up in here. Marilyn Wilkin and Christina. That's right, Marilyn's doing some dancing. I see that. Stars Tina is up in the building. The one and only Lolita, good morning. Good morning, Justin Conacal. Glad you're here. What's up, Scott Simons? How you doing, Yin? Core Elements in the building. Tom Popelka and Melvin, great to see you. Nisa and William, great to see you as well. I see Mr. Nathaniel Banks and Angie Lane. Also over on Clubhouse, I see Jay and Brenda are in the building. What's up, April and LaFern? I'm glad you're here as well. Malcolm and Ricardo, thanks for being here. Cass and Tarika. Lawanda, good morning, Lawanda. Good morning, Hamid. Good morning, Joel. Great to see you. That's my son's name. Robin, good morning. Felicia, thanks for being here. Cyber, I appreciate you being here as well. Thanks for being here, Mike and Ed and Sean and Bettina and Rodney Rock Hatfield, Sol Salcido. You guys are amazing. Thanks for choosing to spend your mornings with me. It absolutely means the world to me. You see, you gotta know, you gotta remember there was a season of my life where I was homeless. And the worst part of homelessness is you feel invisible. People don't see you, man. People don't make eye contact with you. They look above you and below you, to the left of you and to the right of you. They won't look at you. So that invisible feeling, it always haunts me. It hangs with me in the back of my mind. It's not anything I would ever wish on my worst enemy. And so I am so grateful that you see me and you choose to engage with me, that you choose to look me in the eye and say, Glenn, what up? I love you, bro. Means the world to me. You have no idea. So thanks for being here, Angie Lane. Thanks for being here, John Clark. I really, really appreciate you. And I got to tell you guys, being here together virtually is awesome. Being together live and in person is even better. And if you're in the automotive industry, if you are an owner or general manager of a car dealership, we are having an event in Atlanta, October 26th. You're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be absolutely spectacular. As a matter of fact, let me show you a little clip of what that's going to look like. And hopefully I can see you there. If you haven't got your tickets, go to saveyourdealership.com. You can grab tickets to that particular event. All right. Love you guys. Let's rock and roll. Automotive dealer owners and GMs only, exclusively on October 26th, the Technology Matters Summit presented by 800% Elite Automotive Club. We are holding this event at one of the premier dealerships in the United States of America. We will be at Beaver Toyota in Cummins, Georgia. That's right, Beaver Toyota, led by Patrick Abad. I know you've heard of the place. They've had a massive increase in sales over the last 3 years. And we're going to have our event right there on site. So you can check out the store. You can check out all the features. You can check out what some are calling the Disneyland of dealerships as we learn that technology matters from Dan Moore, Aaron Cheeks, Brian Kramer, and so many more. Grab your ticket now. We'll see you there. October 26th, Cummins, Georgia. Don't miss it.
Good morning and happy hump day, GM3X friends. Last week, the Twang sisters came in. You guys got to share a couple of days with them, with me. You saw how they twanged me with their southern hospitality with this beautiful fall basket. I took that home and now my house smells like an awesome southern pumpkin patch. While I have you on the pumpkin thing, I found a story about a gentleman named Dwayne Henson. He's a 60-year-old man who grew an 846-pound pumpkin. Not only did he grow it, he cut it out, he turned it into a boat, and traveled 38 miles down the Missouri River in it. He left out about 7:30 in the morning one day and come back about 6:30 at night. And I mean, I'm just mind blown. I can't wrap my mind around the fact that he grew an 846-pound pumpkin, that he is 60, traveling 38 miles on a river in a pumpkin. I mean, it's all mind-blowing. Either way, it's just crazy. Not only did Dwayne do all of this, grow the pumpkin, celebrate his 60th birthday by paddling this pumpkin on the river for 38 miles, he broke Guinness World Records of the longest journey with a pumpkin. So this month, I challenge all of you all watching GM3X today to go out and do something, break a record. Rather, that is drink a gallon of water a day because you're not used to it. You're like me. You sip a couple of sips out of a bottle and you're done. Go break your own record and drink that gallon or more. Or do something you're passionate about, like grow a 846-pound pumpkin and paddle across the Missouri River 38 miles on your 60th birthday. I don't know, do something you're passionate about. But go out and do something. That's my challenge for you all. Have a great week.
My daughter Willow was born in January of 2014, and it was a day that would transform the world forever. Listen, at that time in my life, when Willow was born, at that time in my life, I was having success as the general manager at Dan Cummins Chevrolet and Buick in Paris, Kentucky. We were a growing Chevy store. We were having a lot of success. I mean, a lot of success. Success that had never been seen before, really, in the auto industry. And my wife and I, we were thriving, right? We were raising our two children. We had Joel and Savannah at the time. We were raising our two children, and we were actually living in our first ever decent house. We were leasing this house that was right off of the golf course, right? And so we had come a long way. My wife and I, we had come a long way from, prior to that, we had been living in low income housing. We were on government assistance, right? And we had gone from low income housing, government assistance, to now living in this 3,000 square foot, 2-story home. And here I was with a great, an amazing job. And, we had the white picket fence, that whole thing, right? We had the white picket fence. And then there's more to the story. And then Willow was born. And I can't say it any lighter than the world has never been the same since. As far as I'm concerned, Willow has been 8 years old since she was born. Seriously, I feel as though she has been a full-grown adolescent child from birth, from the moment she came into existence. Willow has challenged, molded, and shaped every aspect of me, my wife, our immediate family, and other people's lives. My daughter Willow is wicked smart. She nearly has a photographic memory, and she is ultra sensory. So both physically and mentally, she feels everything. Everything. And to top it all off, she also has the curiosity and the energy of a chicken hunting 3-month-old pit bull, which I know a lot more about nowadays. My daughter Willow has curly hair, whereas every other one of my children have straight hair. My daughter Willow does not take no for an answer, period. And she has never met a stranger. And on top of that, she desperately insists on being a part of everything that anyone else is doing. You see, my daughter Willow is best described as a fireball packed in passion and mixed with both outwardly confidence and inwardly insecurity. And out of all of my kids, all 8, I would have to say that Willow reminds me the most of me, and I'm guessing maybe you. Like if we run down, right? Smart, let's start with smart. I would say I'm a pretty smart guy. And I would say if you're hanging out with me, you're pretty smart too. Passionate, I'm extremely passionate. And my guess is you are extremely passionate too, because like attracts like, right? That's how the universe works. Doesn't quite fit in, like wants to, but doesn't quite fit in. We're different, right? Like maybe the black sheep of the family, right? I know I was the black sheep of my family by far. Maybe you too. What about maybe some hidden insecurities? I know I have some of those, right? Confident on the outside, some insecurities on the inside. What about like awkwardly social, right? Like you never really met a stranger. You never really met a stranger. You can get along with anyone. You can have all those conversations, but there's multiple times where it's a little bit awkward on the inside. You're just kind of like, how do I get out of here? I started this conversation, but I don't know how to get out of it. I don't know. Is that you? Because that definitely, the more I look at it, the more it describes me. The only difference I would say between me and my daughter Willow is that in contrast, you and I have been told by many over the years, you and I have been told so many times to sit down, shut up, and be grateful. And though I do believe in gratitude and the importance of it, I personally do not think any of us should be satisfied with where we are in our lives today. That's just me. You see, I come from the camp of always grateful and never satisfied. Always grateful, yet never satisfied. Like a way of living life that honors all that we have and have been given, but also honors the potential that we all have for more. You see, the biggest difference between Willow and maybe you and maybe me is she has not let anyone knock the shout out of her. My friend Tim Story says it all the time. He says, as adults, we've had the shout knocked out of us. You see, Willow's not afraid to stand on the rooftops and shout out what it is that she dreams, that she desires. She's not afraid of what she looks like or what she feels like or what other people are going to think of her. No, 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 no. She is authentically and wholly Willow and has been from birth. I'm telling you. This child is as connected and in tune with who she is as anyone I've ever seen. And the crazy part is she's only 8 years old. I can't even imagine the impact she's going to make in the world in the future. And the same is true for you. Maybe you're not 8. Maybe you're 40. Maybe you're 50. Maybe you're 60. But I believe the same is true for you. I still have no idea the impact you're going to make in this world. The potential you have inside you has yet to be achieved.
Let me teach you something. How many of you have a dog? How many of you have ever had a dog that had a flea on him? That's everybody. You ever seen a flea? One of the smallest insects, really small, one of the smallest insects. But for his height and size, and flea has the highest vertical leap in nature for an insect. A flea can jump, has a 36-inch vertical. A flea, man, can come 36 inches off the ground. His vertical is 36. The average person can't do that. But a flea can jump 36 inches off the ground. If you capture the flea and you put him in a mayonnaise jar and you put the lid on it, the flea know one thing. I got a 36-inch vertical. So here he go. He start jumping, but he gonna hit himself on that lid because he got that lid on it. But after a while, after getting knocked down so many times, the flea makes an adjustment. So now the flea only jumps just to where he don't get knocked back down. He got 36 vertical, but since this lid is on, his environment got him now jumping nowhere near what he can. Capture some more fleas and put them in there. They got 36 verticals, but then they start jumping. They find out they keep getting knocked down. They start doing what the other fleas is doing. Next thing you know, I got a jar full of fleas in there, ain't even using a 36-inch vertical because they got a lid on the jar. Them fleas have babies. Them babies is born into the conditions of the environment. So now guess what? The flea is born with a 36-inch vertical, but because he see his mama and daddy and all his cousins and friends jumping just barely to the roof, you know what he do? He duplicates that behavior. The flea never reaches his potential. Until you take the top off of your mayonnaise jar, you're gonna duplicate your surroundings. If you take an oak tree seed and you put it in a 2-foot pot, that seed will never become the oak tree that oak trees are capable of becoming because it's gonna get stifled by the 2-foot pot. Now check this out, ain't nothing wrong with the seed. The seed just fell prey to the environment. You are a seed from God. God made you in his likeness. He big, he vast. Don't you allow your environment to dictate the oak tree that you become. Because ain't nothing wrong with your seed. All of y'all got this wonderful gift that he gave you at birth. All y'all got one, you better believe that now. Don't die with this gift and don't never use it. All of y'all got this wonderful gift, but you gotta use it. Take your seed, take your gift. Get away from these people that's in your life that ain't doing nothing. Get away from people in your life that's hating. Get away from your family members that ain't ever opened a business. Get away from your family members that ain't ever followed their dream. Get away from your family members ain't never been nowhere but to the family reunion. Ain't never been to a beach. Get away from them. Get away from them. I had to do it. When I told everybody I was getting into comedy, man, oh, Lord have mercy. You can't get into comedy. You ain't even funny. How you gonna make money telling jokes? Now, in the beginning, it looked like they was right, but I never gave up. All I did was identify this gift. I worked. I wrote all of my visions down. I read them every morning and every night. and I instilled them in my head. And every time I met somebody, they say, hey man, what you trying to do? I would tell them one of my visions. Somebody would always say to me, you know, I know a guy that's selling them things right there. You ought to talk to him. I started scratching stuff off my vision board. My vision board is so vast now, if I showed you what was on it, you wouldn't even believe it. Because I dream so big, I want so big, because the God I serve is big. He's not a small God. He's a really, really big God. He does really, really big stuff, and I expect him to do really, really big stuff for me. If he done done it for Oprah, if he done done it for the Obamas, whoever got, why I can't have this here? I'm gonna do better with it than all of them, to me, but why you can't have that? That's how you get what you want in life now. You don't have to believe me, but here's the deal. If you keep doing what you've been doing, you're gonna keep getting what you've been getting. If I just told you a different way to go about it, you don't need no money. I just gave you some scriptures you could try and some principles. If somebody who had come from the bottom and got to this position I'm in told me that this is the way I would try it, if I was you, I would try that. I bet you it'll work, though. Appreciate y'all.
Always grateful, never satisfied. That's my girl, Willow. And my hope is that's how you'll live your life, too. Ladies and gentlemen, that's today's episode of GM3X. I hope you enjoyed it. I love you. I do. I love you. If nobody's told you yet today, I want to be the first. I absolutely stinking love you. And I love spending this time with you in the morning. Thanks for being here with me. We're going to head over to Clubhouse and have a discussion. We'll talk more about this. Find out what came up for you today. So if you're watching this live, you can come join us on Clubhouse. If you're watching on replay, we have motivation, education, and inspiration on an app called Clubhouse in a room called Breakfast with Champions every day, Monday through Saturday from 5 a.m. until about 1 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern time. So if you look at your watch right now and you're like, oh, I'm in that time, you can pop over to Clubhouse. You can join us over there. All right. Otherwise, come back again tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. We're going to do this all over again right here on GM3X. Get out there and have an incredible day, folks. I'll see you tomorrow.
A sea of messages overtaking what I know. A war is a whisperer, and it's coming for my soul. In the dark of the night, I can see the light. The sun will arise. 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 When I was broken, you came and set me free. I was searching for someone to fight for me. I'll remember it's your light that shines on me. I won't be afraid, I will look to the light. I will not be shaken, I know it will be alright. 'Cause you're with me, I know that the sun will rise.